Okay, so one thing about me, you guys, I'm an 80-20 kind of gal.
This is true.
I am not a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I believe if it's 80% of the way there, that extra 20% time that we spend trying to make it perfect is pointless.
That's good. We also don't want to have it like on the side of the jar, but yes.
Hey everyone, I'm Morgan Debaun, a passionate entrepreneur and life advisor. With the Journey podcast, you'll discover that success isn't about the destination, it's about the journey. I'm sharing stories of amazing people who've taken control of their lives. Join me on my own journey to discover the secret sauce behind reaching success with permission from no one else.
Welcome to the Journey podcast. We're back with a new episode. We're talking all things cooking. I'm here with Kevin Curry from Fit Men Cook, entrepreneur extraordinaire. And, recently I was on TikTok and I was telling people, I said, I don't really cook, I don't clean, and the men in the comments, they're like, how are you gonna feed your baby? I was like, okay.
Uber Eats.
Yeah, low key. I was like, meal prep.
Yeah.
Fit Men Cook meals.
Hey, now we're gonna make something that's really easy for you to grab and go in the morning time, but also maybe even at night, just because, breakfast is good, anytime. No, we're gonna make some peach cobbler overnight oats. Inspired, peach cobbler overnight oats. So first thing, I like to just get the frozen peaches because they're already sliced. It's really easy. And it's pretty, affordable as well. We're gonna put a skillet on medium-high heat.
Yeah.
So go ahead and get that going. And as we're doing that, I want you to check on the chili. Make sure it's good. Make sure the bottom isn't burning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do I know if the bottom is burning?
You stir it.
Okay. I mean, it smells amazing.
It does. And you see how it's thickening it up, too?
Yeah.
And when it cools, it's going to be really thick, too. So it'll be really nice and comforting.
Yeah, I don't think it's burning on the bottom.
Perfect. Then you can close the lid.
Okay.
You got the nails. I can't. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We got.
Am I using both bags? Or do we just need one bag?
Yeah, let's go and use both bags.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut up an orange, and I'm gonna explain to you what we're gonna do with this orange. Because peach cobbler has its own little syrup, right?
Right.
Add the frozen peaches there. Let's get the other bag too.
Thank you.
Good. I like the fact they're different sizes. To create the syrup, we're going to squeeze in some orange juice. The reason why orange is really sweet, it's got a lot of sugar in there, but also it's got pectin, and pectin is that ingredient that they use to create like jams and jellies. It makes it congeal a little bit.
Right.
So it's just a natural way to go ahead and get that.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Teaching me new things.
Yay! I got you. And then we're gonna sweeten it up with some coconut sugar. The reason why I like coconut sugar is that sugar is sugar, y'all, right? So the calories in sugar are just gonna be the calories in sugar.
Right.
Across the board. But some sugars can spike blood sugar a little bit more than others. This one happens to have a lower glycemic index than the rest of the sugars. So it's less susceptible to spike your sugar, which is good if that's important to you. And I'm gonna get some cinnamon too.
Okay.
Now, if it's payday and you want to add in some like vanilla bean is good, or you can add in some vanilla extract. But cinnamon, I feel like, goes a long way. Pumpkin spice is also good. Yeah, pumpkin spice is good. I feel like
we're gonna skip the pumpkin spice today.
Do y'all use pumpkin spice?
I don't know if we use pumpkin spice
I don't know.
like
That's
that.
what I was asking. I was like, I don't know if I said that. All right, so just forget I even said that, y'all.
Yeah, we're keeping our black card today.
So we're gonna cook these all the way down, and you want them to be cooked down to the point where you can stab them with a spatula and break them in half.
Nope.
So they're not done just yet. But you don't want it up too high too, where some of that liquid is going to evaporate. But this is a good heat for it. But if you see that in your own skillet, then you may want to turn it down some because we want all the juice. And that's the hallmark of a good peach cobbler, that syrup. Now, let me go ahead and say, this is peach cobbler inspired. It's not your aunties or your mamas or grandmama and them. This is peach cobbler inspired, and this is also calorie conscious. We want to be conscious of what we're putting into our bodies, but also of the amount of food and the amount of calories that we're putting into our bodies. This should remind you of the essence of peach cobbler.
The essence, y'all. I'm able to cut them.
Yeah, and once we get down to it, you should see some sear marks around the edges of it.
Okay. Okay, I feel like I'm getting some edges.
This is good. So I want you to get the cinnamon. We're going to sprinkle that in.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead. You can be a little bit more heavy-handed with the cinnamon if you want to.
I know, I'm like a little scared now.
Yeah, because, I mean, cinnamon goes with this one.
Fair.
All right. And then you can add in a couple tablespoons of the coconut sugar.
Okay.
As much as you want, maybe about 2 tablespoons to begin with. And then go ahead and stir. And I'm going to squeeze in the orange as you do that. Remember, it's going to create that syrup.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also going to help it to be jelly-like.
Oh, it smells like dessert.
Yeah, that's what we want.
But I can see how it's going to turn into like some thicken up.
Yeah, because if it's really soft right now,
Yep.
Can you chop it up a little bit? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do that.
Okay.
This one maybe easier.
Okay.
Stab.
Oh yeah, this is easier,
Much better.
but they're
Okay.
still not ready.
Okay, perfect. But you know that, see?
Yeah.
I want you to maybe grab like one smaller one too, and you can taste it and see like what it needs. Because
Okay.
that was just half of an orange, and you see what that did.
It's hot. It's hot.
It is,
It's too hot.
It is smoking. It's all right. I mean, it's not the one you have after church, but it's a good one. All right.
It's good, but definitely needs to be cooked a little bit more.
Yeah.
They feel a little hard.
Now let's move on. Let's make the cream.
Okay.
So, overnight oats, you're going to usually mix it up with your favorite milk and whatnot. I
Yep.
wanted to boost the protein.
Yep.
And make it a little bit creamier too. So I'm going to use some cottage cheese. If you're not a fan of cottage cheese, just trust me. Whenever you blend it up, it literally just becomes kind of like cream cheese. I like cottage cheese too because it is slow digesting. And when it's slow digesting, it's going to make you feel fuller much longer.
Right.
And when you're doing everything else, you need to have that and be good. So this
Right.
is going to keep you full.
Now, cottage cheese is having a moment.
Oh,
We're not
yes.
putting any mustard in this.
Y'all, she tried to get me to eat on camera a sausage and cottage cheese and mustard, and then do a carrot and cottage cheese and mustard. And I was like, I've never even heard this. Y'all, she is actually the reason why TikTok is doing so well. She's on that app.
I'm a super fan.
She's on that app.
I am on that app, and I say that shamelessly.
Okay, so we're going to add in. Let's put half of that in there.
Okay.
Cottage cheese. And I recommend whenever you're getting stuff like Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, go ahead and get the 2% or even the full fat version. Now I know what you're thinking, like, oh, I've got to keep my fat low. Well, you should keep the fat low in your diet, like overall. But the thing about the other ones is that in order to replace that flavor that
Right.
fat has, what do you have to add in there? What do they add? Sugar.
Oh, right.
So it's just higher sugar, and plus it just tastes nasty, y'all.
Yeah.
So let's do about a cup of that.
Shake this up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna check on tall enough fit.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I'll take that.
Vibes.
It smells great.
Oh, you can see it's thick because the peaches aren't moving when I do
Yeah.
that. Oh, yeah.
And let's turn it down because we
Yeah, I'm
want.
losing my sauce.
It's all right because you know what? We also have the other half of that
The orange.
Let's squeeze that in there.
Okay.
And you may want, if you do that, you may want to add just some more coconut sugar or a little bit more like cinnamon. But I really want us to rely more on the natural ingredients. So cinnamon and orange juice. So just get out of our comfort zone and use things that maybe we wouldn't be thinking about. Because there's a lot of flavor in here. We don't necessarily need to be heavy-handed the way Mama and them used to be.
Yep.
It is good though.
We are breaking generational
Yay.
curses around
Absolutely.
health and diabetes and high blood pressure and all the things
That's right. The devil is a lie.
that black people are prone to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is getting good.
That's looking really good. Wow, look how
Okay.
syrupy that is.
Yeah, perfect.
And we want to just chop it up too, just because once
Okay.
we add it to our jars, individually, you want you want every spoonful of what you eat to maybe have a little bit of, peach in there. Want to taste it and see what it needs, and see maybe if you want to add something like yourself, another ingredient.
Okay.
Could even do a pinch of salt if you wanted to. Okay, I just want to say just this one thing. I heard the bottom of the pan scrape with the metal on your nonstick.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
just, bro. Is it good?
It's a little tangy,
Okay.
but we
So,
might want tangy. What do you think?
This is you. You have to eat it.
Um,
So let's add in some cinnamon and add a little bit more coconut sugar. Or
No, I
is
like
it-
the cinnamon levels good.
Okay.
I don't know that I want more sugar. I think we let
Okay.
it go.
You like it?
I think we let it be.
All right. You could add in some vanilla though, if you wanted to.
I
Okay.
like it this way.
See, that's how you know. That's good. No, for real, that's really good. That's
like
really
it
good
this
because
way.
you got to eat it. And I think that sometimes we try to overcomplicate things and
Right.
make it. No, just
And potentially, depending on how everything comes together, I might say put some honey on the oats.
we are.
Oh, well then, yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
We're good. Okay.
I don't know if I put enough liquid in here.
We could do a little bit more. And let me see how many jars we have. We may have to end up. That's perfect.
Okay.
End up doing
We don't have
that.
to use as many jars.
Yeah. And then I would just do like a little squirt of honey in there.
Okay.
You don't really have to, but if you wanted to. Another thing that I like to add, perfect, is a date. Date is a natural
Oh,
sweetener.
yeah.
Date's really high in sugar. It's really good. Oh, do you have a date?
Come on now.
Oh,
No,
whoa!
pregnant ladies have dates.
They are really good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
And they're good
Well-
for, all the things.
Yeah, go ahead and put a date in there then. That would. Well, is that a half a date?
Okay, maybe one more
That'd be
date.
like a raisin.
They're small.
Okay, but that's good for snacking because one date is pretty high in sugar. Perfect. So you can either use date or honey. We're gonna do both right now, just because
Sweeten it
this
up.
is our kitchen.
Okay.
Perfect. We're gonna blend this up.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's
is
the
it wrong?
wrong top. Is it this top?
Oh, it's the wrong top. Yeah. See that.
Okay, fair.
We good. We good.
I'm like, come on, we are two educated
this is-
black people. This feels
you
a little
do
bit
it?
better.
That's perfect.
Okay. Gotta get the dates.
Uh huh.
All right.
Should just be and you want to add as much as you're going to be using.
Right.
So I think we've got about 4 to 5 jars.
Yep. Might as well.
Yeah.
All right.
So now we have cream.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take this off. This is a really nice blender. Taste it. Okay. If you want to taste it, you can. It's going.
Is it good?
Yeah. For me, it's good. It tastes like a mild.
Oh, it
cream
tastes
cheese.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like liquid cream cheese, but
All right.
yummy.
So now let's add our oats. So ideally, you would want to measure out. So let's say that you want to have a cup of oats each time or however. We're just going to add a bunch to it because we got a whole bunch of jars and you can mix and match later on. But if you want the recipe, I can send it to you. You can
Okay.
send it out to people. Is there much? Well, we're not going to use a cup. It's a cup. About 2 cups, 3 cups, 4 cups. And
These are whole grain oats,
Yes.
nothing fancy.
yeah, and I like to use the whole grain and
Yeah.
not the instant, so that way you
Right.
have a little bit more texture. And we're gonna add in some heart healthy fats.
Oh, yeah.
With some chia seeds. The cool thing about chia seeds as well is that it's going to thicken up. Oh, okay, yeah, you can do that.
No, what do you want me to do?
Because sometimes there's a whole lot. So maybe about, let's do, since they're gonna be 4 jars, let's do 4 tablespoons first.
2.
Yeah. And 4.
It's a lot of chia seeds.
Yeah, it's a lot. But it's going to help to thicken it up. It's going to
Yeah.
make it like a pudding,
Right.
too, which is pretty satisfying. Oh, hey. All right, let's pour in just maybe some of it,
Okay.
maybe like half. And I'm going to stir as you do it.
Okay. More?
I think, yeah, you can pour a little more in there. All right.
Yummy.
And you can see, now, keep going. You want more liquid than you do oats because remember, when it actually cooks in the fridge, it can get really dry if there's not the right ratio. So you want this to be a little bit soupy. It's okay.
More?
Yes. Okay. I think that's about good. Yeah, you want it to be about like this. Perfect.
Looks great.
And such an easy thing to go ahead and put together. And remember that if it's not sweet enough right now, don't worry, because once you're eating it, you can add in some honey, you can add in some sweetener as well, some stevia in the raw, if that's important to you. All right, and I love it. This is a really good ad. You know what we should do? We're gonna make this look like one of them Pinterest posts. So I got some black tape and some Sharpies.
Shout out to Sharpie.
Shout out to Sharpie. Hey. And I want you just to write down maybe just the date in the small corner of it, and then what it is. Perfect. Now that looks like it belongs on Pinterest.
First of all, the baby is hungry, so I'm like, this is cute now.
Oh, yeah, we need to hurry. Okay, so let's hurry up, Kev. We need to wrap this meal prep video on up. So, all right, because Mama's hungry and
the baby is hungry.
The baby's hungry. To the bottom of this, we're gonna add in maybe like a tablespoon or two of the peaches. Yep.
Okay.
Put them on the bottom. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Oh, this is stressing me out. Ready?
Get you a good spoon. I think there's use this one.
Okay.
It'll be easier to dip stuff out for you.
Roger that. Perfect. These smell so good, you guys.
Perfect. That's good. That's good for that one.
Okay.
And we can always just add more after we spread it out. So each one.
Now this may not be aesthetically pleasing, but it smells delicious, and that's all that matters.
That's good.
It's gonna be a whole jar of peaches.
No, hey, this is good. Hey,
I like
it's
peaches.
hers. She gotta eat it.
Yeah.
She's eating for two.
Yeah.
We don't judge.
No.
No?
What you talking about?
That is really good syrup. You were right.
It's delicious.
I like that tang.
The tang is great. The tang is great. Oh, yeah.
So you see that we're about maybe like a third cup, maybe a fourth cup here. So if you wanted to, we could even do 5 jars.
Yeah.
We can take some. All right, that's good. Yeah.
We're not going to waste these.
Yeah. We may have to add in some more oats, but that's okay. We can do that because we got more cream too. I'm gonna go ahead and stir that.
Perfect.
And I want you to see too. You see how stiff that is? That's why we want to have more.
Right. More liquid.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My bad.
That was all part of it. I wanted to see if y'all were really watching, because you got to watch what you're doing in the kitchen, right? So that was all for y'all. I'm gonna add in a little chia, and then since we have some oat milk, add in some oat milk.
All right. Perfect. There you go.
To stir it. And you see how thick that is already? It's just
so
that's
good.
The chia, that's the oats coming together.
Yep.
I'm gonna add in just a bit more just to be safe.
Safe, yep. I'm at breakfast for 5 days.
Yeah.
Well, 3. Because I got some people over here who are probably going to grab some.
There you go.
Perfect.
Now
I'm supposed to pour this in here?
Yeah, but let's use that spoon over there. That one's a little bit easier. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's definitely thick.
Yeah.
She's thick.
Perfect. Cooking doesn't have to be perfect.
Kind of like mush.
Yeah.
But it smells
Take your time.
like pie.
Take your time.
Hey, she gotta eat it, y'all. I'm just watching this.
Okay, so one thing about me, you guys, I'm an 80-20 kind of gal.
This is true.
I am not a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I believe if it's 80% of the way there, that extra 20% time that we spend trying to make it perfect
That's a good.
is pointless.
That's good. We also don't want to have it like on the side of the jar, but yes.
We're gonna clean it up after.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Delicious.
She gotta eat it, so stop talking about it and comment. Don't come for her.
First of all, don't project your negativity onto the internet. They may be fine with this.
They are gonna be fine with it.
We're gonna clean it up after.
He is really enjoying it.
Yes, my partner in crime, Josh, is a not an 80-20 man. He is a 110% man. Which is why he's a yin to my yang, y'all.
Yeah, that's right. It's a perfect combo.
All right.
Yeah, so if you want to add in a little bit more, because we have some left, or if you want to save this too. And the good thing about overnight oats is that you can freeze them. You can freeze them. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can, and so they'll last longer. If you want to keep this in the fridge, they'll last you for about 5 to 7 days. And I know that we've been cooking and juggling like another meal here, but you were able to do this in pretty much like 15 minutes. If you weren't talking to me,
Yeah.
this would be done in 15 minutes.
I believe it.
And you have breakfast done for a few days. And I like that you left some room in here, because what I like to do with mine is I'll get a spoonful of Greek yogurt. I'm about to eat it and just, it's like super creamy.
Vibes. All right.
Those look really good.
These look beautiful.
I'm so proud of you. Her Pinterest post.
Yes.
Go ahead and put the thing on there.
Make
the
me
top.
a full-time influencer, y'all. Retire me from Lavity Inc.
That looks really good. So proud. That looks really good.
Yeah, buddy. Who could cook now? All right, guys. So we had an amazing day. Kevin, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
This is delicious. I feel prepared.
Yes.
My overnight oats, my bison chili, and it didn't take forever.
Well, anytime. I want to thank you too on behalf of the Black community. You've done so. I'm serious. You've done so much, and you're building, this incredible, calm empire, and that is rare. And you're so
Thank
young
you.
too, doing it. So if you need anything, we got you.
Well, I
So
need
keep
some
going.
more recipes.
Okay, I got you.
So where can
We're
people
going-
find out more about you? Where can they learn about your meal prep service?
Sure.
And, really, it's your food delivery service. It's
Yeah.
not meal prep. Tell
Yeah.
us about it.
It's fitmencook.com, and
Yep.
the meals are actually chef prepared, and we're available nationwide. And you can go in there, you can sign up for a subscription and
So
get a
good.
10% discount too on doing that. And they are delivered right to your door each week. They're all balanced by nutritionists and by me. Flavor is proven, by me too. And they're really easy to do. And if you don't want that, you can grab the recipes like this from fitmencook.com.
So good. Well, I will be ordering this so that I can get, after baby comes, I'm like,
Yes.
this is cute and all, but can you just send it straight to me? Okay.
Oh, God. She's telling the truth too, y'all.
Like, this is cool. We're going to do this every once in a
Yeah.
while, but
It's a nice thing to do once a month.
work smarter, not harder.
There you go.
Appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, fam.
Bye, y'all.